What is up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It is your boy FlippinStoop with the second video of the day. Hope you guys are all doing what you were supposed to be doing and getting everything accomplished. Earlier I made a video about winning your mornings in order to win your day on eBay, right? And it's very good, and if you haven't watched that video, go ahead and check it out. It really means a lot, and it really is what you need to do in the morning. I mean, I can't tell you exactly what you need to do, but it will definitely help you in your eBay business and in life in general. So that was a quick, what I talked about earlier. What I'm going to talk about today is pushing the boundaries and how I figured out and designed a routine that will help you increase the amount of items you can list every day. And I'm going to tell you what I've done for the past 4 months to get to where I'm at today. Today, I was able to list 45 items, and I really could list probably another 10 or 15 more items if I wanted to before midnight, which would put me around 60, right? Which, actually before midnight, but so I really could even go further, but I don't want to push it too much. And what I have been doing, guys, is if you guys remember when I started this group, I started out doing 10 items. I'm about to try a new method, and then I increased it to 15, 20, 25, 30, and so on and so forth. So I'm at a consistent 30 plus items a day right now. And how I've been able to achieve that is one, organization, and putting about 60 to 70% of all the income I get from eBay right back into the business. In the beginning, I advise you to put 100% of it back in. But what I do is I lay out what I'm going to list the night before. I have a process of taking my photos. I take all my photos in the beginning, okay? And then I have them laying right behind the camera, actually, right now, on my measuring board in order of exactly how they're going to get listed, right? You take a photo, you stack it, and then you stack the next one on top of it, and it should go in the same row as your camera. So then I have that all set up, and once I list, I have my poly bags right above my listing station, and as soon as I am done listing the item, it is folded up. Why fold something twice? Why go back and touch it twice, right? I already touch it once when I find it at the store. I touch it twice when I take pictures of it. I touch it a third time when I'm putting in a poly bag. Why in the hell would I want to touch it any more times than 3? You shouldn't have to touch your items any more than 3 times. So, and I think that's a much. If you could figure out how you could take pictures and list it, don't do that. No, that takes too long. I used to do that in the beginning. But anyways, so I do a start to finish. When I list my item, I put it in the poly bag. I stick the custom SKU number on it, and it is set behind me, and then it goes into a box. So that is done. And how have I been able to do 45 items today? Is what I have been doing is doing my 25 to 30 items every single day for approximately a month and a half or 2. Okay, about a month and a half. And what I have decided to do is once a week, push the boundary on the amount of items you can list. And what do I mean by that? Just like if you're going to go to the gym, right? We'll use any of you guys that are exercise junkies, or you like to exercise, or you've ever exercised. You go, like I was a bodybuilder for about 5-6 years, and I would go for a week and do my routine and then try to max out and hit my largest numbers once or every other week. What is up, Johnny? Thanks for watching. So what I encourage you to do with reselling is set a number, whether that number is 5, whether that number is 10, whether it's 15, whether it's 20, and then do that number 6 days out of the week. And on your 7th day, or even on your first day, Monday, if you want to do a Power Monday, go and list as many items as you possibly can to increase your mental aspect of what you actually can list a day, right? So I was able to do 45 items today with much time left over to be able to list more if I wanted to. I could list, like I said, another 15 items if I wanted to. But I figured 45 items is good, going from 25 to 30. And once a week, what I am going to do, guys, is push the boundary. I am going to do my number, 35 items a day. And then on Saturday or Sunday, I'm going to pick a day yet. I feel pretty good on Saturday. So On Saturday or Sunday, I'm shooting for a higher max than I did the week before. Just like in bodybuilding, guys. You're not shooting for the same number every time you bench press, right? I mean, you do a routine. Say you're doing 185, whatever it is, 135, 2.25, whatever your weight is, right? And that's what you're repping all week. And then once a week, at the end of the week, you go and try to hit your max and see if you increased your strength along with, your toned, or your cuts and all that good shit. So I'm going to use that aspect in reselling. I'm going to hit what I know I can hit every single day and be consistent at 35 items a day every single day. And then Saturday or Sunday, I'm shooting for 45, 55, 65, 75, 85. Now, let me tell you something. 6 months ago, actually not 6 months ago, but a year ago, I'm going to tell you something. I did not listen to the big guys, right? Like I started hearing Chris from Daily Refinement talking. I'm like, yeah, right, dude, you are not listing 75 items a day yourself. I criticized him, right? Because I wasn't there yet. The truth is yes, he easily can do that, right? He can do it. He's proved it. He can do it. But I thought, well, because I can't do it, he can't do it. But he's got a good system down, and he's been practicing. And when you practice a niche and doing the same thing, your speed gets faster and faster and faster and faster. Before you know it, you knock out 30 items, and only a couple hours went by. You're listing 15 items an hour. So you can get up to that. And my beliefs, truly, if you're able to list between 25 and 35 items a day, you have a pretty good procedure going. That takes some energy to do 10 items a day. I can do it. With practice, you can do it in an hour. I'm not knocking you for doing 10. That is excellent if that is where you at, okay? Because that's where I was at too. I was at 10 items a day too. And when I was at 10 items a day, I was thinking, there is no way I could list 45, 55 items in a day. And I just proved myself wrong today. You can do it with consistency. And what that does is in the long run, you guys already know that increases your pay. eBay starts trusting that you're actually building onto your business. You're expanding your inventory and your dollar signs will grow. If you want to grow your business, try that schedule out. Try Monday through Saturday or Sunday or whatever. Maybe you want Monday to be your power day because you're rested up. You're all energy. You're coming down in your listing and you're all juiced up and amped up, right? Maybe you have a hard time doing that on Wednesday, so maybe Wednesday isn't your good max day. And shoot for your max of amount of hours. Don't give yourself a time frame. Okay, I'm going to list for 2 hours. Say, I'm going to see how many items I can list in a 24-hour period, right? And shoot for it. I'm not telling you to lose a whole day of sleep and list for 24 hours straight. But if that's the way you're feeling, if you have an itch, do it. Go with your gut. Don't listen to everybody. Don't even listen. If your gut is telling you to go further than I'm telling you to go with your gut because it's usually right, right? If you go with what you believe you can achieve, you'll achieve it. Now, if you stay, I know plenty of resellers that's been selling for 20 years and they're still listing 10 to 15 items a day. And it's those people right there that complain about the fees and eBay doesn't pay out. Why? Because they are not increasing what they are capable of doing. So it gets boring. If I was still listing 10 items a day, guys, I don't know if I'd be making motivational videos about reselling. And I'm not taking anything away from 10 items a day, guys. That is a great number. You can actually make pretty good money with 10 items a day. But if you stay at 10 items a day for a year, you're not even really trying. You're not even really putting in effort. You want to put in effort, do what I'm talking about right now. Hit your 10 items a day, and then on Saturday or Sunday or maybe even Monday, shoot for 20. Because if you could do 10, you could do 20. I guarantee it. I guarantee, and I didn't used to believe that because I was like, there's no way, dude. It's taking me 6 hours to do 10 items. When I used to sell everything, that's how long it took me. It took me forever to list 10 items, right? But it also was because my focus was everywhere else, right? My focus wasn't zeroed in on what I was doing and getting myself to the winning league, right? Now I focus on me and what I'm doing. I really don't care what tech and sports and them guys are doing. I mean, it's great they do what they do and they made the milestones, but you can't worry about where somebody else is in their reselling journey. You need to be focusing in on where you're at and how you can expand in your reselling journey. There's going to be people ahead of you, and you shouldn't get envious or look at them and be like, oh, like I did. Like I looked at Chris like, no way you're listing 75 items. I should have been more open-minded and been like, so it's possible to list 75 items. How am I going to get there? If you don't know how you're going to get there, you're never going to get there. I'm going to eventually get to be able to list 100 items a day on my own, and how am I going to get there? By this one one day a week, I'm going to hit my max. So I'm mentally telling myself, Justin, you can list 45 items a day if you really put in the work, right? If you really put in the work, I can list 45 items a day, right? So I'm going to keep building that up. I'm going to keep building that up. Eventually, I'll be listing 45 items a day. And once I hit that consistent and dedicated without missing a day under 45, I will shoot up to 55. And I think people be like, well, don't shoot up 10. You know what? Don't listen to everybody. If you feel you are capable to go more, go more. Don't let somebody else write your story. You write your fucking story. It's not about what other people can do. Remember, you're trying to outwork everybody else. And I'm not trying to tell you if you can't outwork somebody, give up and quit, right? What I'm trying to tell you is that should be your mindset. I'm going to be the hardest worker on eBay. I'm going to be the hardest worker on eBay. Nobody's going to outwork me. Nobody. I say that shit to myself all day long. Now, there's plenty of people out there outworking me. Tech and Sports blowing me out of the water. Chris is blowing me out of the water, right? Now, all them guys are ahead of me by milestones, but they got years on me. That's not an excuse. What I am saying is, of course, there are people better than me at reselling. But you can trick your mind to believe you are the best. Because if you start believing you're the best at reselling, you'll trick your mind and your performance will be 100% better than it is if you're sitting there saying, I'm just a poser. I'm only a 10 item a guy. I'm never going to make it. If you go in there with that attitude, you're damn right. You are never going to make it. You have to believe you are the hardest worker on eBay. You will be at the top. I will be in the top 10 resellers within the next 5 to 10 years. I promise that, not to you, to me and my family. Why? Because I believe the sky is the limit on eBay. If you can hire 100 people and they can list 10 items a day or 20 items a day or 50 items a day, you'll be the top dog. There's people that do it. There's people that's got 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 100 employees working for them. Why can't you do that? Why can't you do that? You got to have a plan. Try this plan out, guys. List your number of items every single day, and then once a week, do a max day. I encourage that, because that's going to you're going to start believing in your mind, damn, I can do 20 items a day. I just did it Saturday. I did 20 items on Saturday, and usually I'm listing 10 items. So why can't I do that every day? You start asking yourself that. Well, I know I can list 20 items a day, so if I'm not, I'm really cheating myself. Because in the long run, if you're not listing your potential, really all you're doing is cheating yourself and holding back your progress. That's all you're ever doing. You're not cheating eBay. You know what I mean? You're not hurting anybody else but yourself if you don't follow through with the amount of items. And another thing is, if you don't have a plan, kind of like this plan I'm talking about maxing out once a day and hitting your number for the other 6 days, if you don't have some type of plan to get you to the next level, you'll never get to the next level. You can have the biggest dream in the world. I want to be a millionaire. If you don't have a plan on how to get there, you'll never be there. Goal setting is one of the most important things, and I don't care if it's today, I'm going to tie my shoes and walk to the mailbox. Accomplish that goal. You start feeling good about yourself. Next day, walk down to the neighbor's mailbox. What do you think I did when I was jogging, guys? I jogged to the neighbor's mailbox. I walked to the next mailbox. Now I'm able to jog 5 miles. Consistent, and I'm not saying it don't kick my ass, but I push myself, right? I push myself a little bit further every single week, just like I'm saying on eBay. If you can grow a little bit on eBay every single week, and what is a good way to do that? Do a once a day max day. There's got to be one day a week you have a lot of energy, and if not, I would strongly advise you to at least start exercising or doing something, maybe eating more fruits and vegetables that's more healthy for you, so you can feel energetic and pump out a good amount of items. Now, I'm not saying that's going to impact your sales on eBay, because they're going to be like, damn, dude, you can do 45, but you're doing 35, right? So I'm not saying what that's going to do is impact your mindset to be able to get you to listing another 5 to 10 extra items a day. I love you guys all. It's your boy FlippinStoop, and I hope this episode helped you guys out. And if it did, please subscribe, guys. Hit the like button. And